heard what you were saying. We work in very vulnerable, very fragile countries like Malawi, with the most vulnerable populations, and that's of course not easy, and it takes time, and our programs are not, of course we've got humanitarian response programs where we go in there and now respond to disaster, but here in Malawi the disaster strikes every year. It's cyclical and recurrent. It happens every year. The temperatures are rising, the rain has become unpredictable, and the crops are suffering. So we work on a long-term or more long-term approach here, where we try and create more resilient communities that can somehow resist these recurrent disasters, or they can come out stronger every time. The Red Cross focuses on resilience as a holistic approach. We believe that you're not resilient just in one part of your life. You have to look at your whole life. So we focus on health as a big part of being resilient, both access to services, so access to hospitals, access to mobile clinics out in the communities where the children can get seen to by health workers, but also knowledge about your own health. So how do you prevent malaria? How do you prevent TB? How do you prevent HIV/AIDS? What do you do when you see the signs in your children, for example, that they've got diarrhea? How do you treat it? When do you go to the clinic? Try and get women to go to the clinic to have their babies instead of having them at home. A whole lot of different things to lead more healthy lives.
9 months to 23 months.
Then we look at water and sanitation, the area we call WASH, water, sanitation and hygiene, which is about giving, again, access to services, so access to water, being it through borehole drilling, being it through rehabilitation of water sources, making sure people have access to clean water. And then we talk about hygiene, sanitation and hygiene, which is, for example, to prevent open defecation. They say that around 80% of Malawians do not have access to electric. And washing hands prevents diarrhea, and diarrhea causes a lot of under 5 deaths. So if people start washing their hands, the children live longer. So things are connected. So building resilient communities is a holistic approach. You don't build resilience just by giving people money in their pocket.